most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
We are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
Today
Bob.
we're going to talk about critical exercises with injured foot or ankle with no weight bearing allowed. You're unable to walk on it for some reason.
Right.
And during that time, what do you do to keep your body and your legs and your lower extremities fit?
Right. What can you do or what shouldn't you do? And that's what we're going to clear up.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com, our website, and you'll find underneath that section a giveaway section. This week, we're giving away one of the Bob and Brad knee glides.
There you go.
We invented this baby. This thing's great for after knee surgery or after knee replacement.
That's right.
You know, I guess that's the same thing, isn't it? You can also go to Facebook, and you'll find it pinned to the top of the page, the contest that is. Go to Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok if you want a 60-second version of this program.
Absolutely, Bob. Bob, I want to talk about this video a little bit.
Okay.
We have one other video that's similar to this, but it didn't combine the exercises with the ankle, non-weight bearing, and the proximal, the knee, and the hip. So that I want to combine it and make it complete.
Make it complete.
Yeah, and this started from a friend of mine. He's actually a retired physician, and his wife, and they live in Indonesia. And I don't know.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, they're fun people, and this woman is very active. As a matter of fact, she was climbing up in a tree, fell 20 feet.
Oh my gosh.
It's a long story why she was up in that tree, but it was for a good reason, I'm sure. And she broke one ankle and sprained the other one. The broken one is no weight bearing per the doctor's orders. Sprained ankle, painful. You know.
Right.
Yeah, she's in a tough position.
Well, she could be, as we know. I mean, thankfully you're still alive and no head injury.
Right.
And,
right.
We got to be thankful for the things that we do get in
right.
life, right?
Exactly.
So,
and the question is what kind of exercises can I do with no weight bearing, or
sure.
Either because the doctor says it can't do it, or if it's a sprained ankle you can't because it hurts so much. Well, you want to get things moving. Well, let's go back before that. Before that, if it's swelling and it's painful, address that. You have to control the pain and the swelling. You can control the pain using a cold pack, a gel cold pack, one that is flexible, that you can wrap around the ankle. We're going to elevate it. So if you're lying on the couch, get some pillows underneath it, or in the bed, elevate above the level of your heart.
We've also done videos on how to make an ice pack.
Sure. Yeah.
And you can look that up.
Yeah.
They're rather easy to make. You just need, either some salt or alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol
mixed with
water. Yep. Just
so,
Google Bob and Brad how to make your own cold pack.
Some freezer bags.
Yeah, freezer bags,
yep.
not the.
But they're
bags.
Nice and malleable and moldable,
and very inexpensive.
Yeah.
So you're going to do that, and also compress it.
Sure.
In other words, ACE wrap is what a lot of people may already have. Actually, technically, and this is for you, Alan, because I know you're, being a doctor, you want to use Comprolon, which it looks like ACE wrap, but it's better. That would be
It doesn't stretch as much, which the stretching can get you into trouble.
Right. You can go over. You can get too tight with it.
You can get too tight with it.
And Comprolon works much better than that.
Comprilan.
Right. So if you need to order some online and you want to get the best stuff, that is the product to get. So let's say the pain is reasonable. You're taking maybe some across-the-counter meds or pain meds per your doctor's recommendation. The swelling's good. It's time to get it moving.
Now, we're assuming that you're allowed to move it now.
Right. This is the tricky part. If you have a sprained ankle, chances are you're going to be able to move it whenever it's tolerated.
Almost, yeah.
If it's a fracture and the doctor says no weight bearing, you have to make sure that you can start moving it without irritating the fractured site and making it worse.
You don't want to impede the healing.
Right. Keep that.
And sometimes they might allow one direction and not another.
Right.
So you've got to get it clarified.
From your orthopedic doctor. Get that clear. If that's the case, they say, well, you can't put weight on it, but you can move it if it doesn't hurt. Then this is what we're going to do.
Here's the Next phase.
Yeah, I call them the ABCs. So this is this will make sense if you just bear with me. Bob and I'll both show them. This is what I tell my patients. I said, imagine you have a piece of chalk on your big toe, and you have a chalkboard right in front of you, and you're going to make the letter A with that chalk on your big toe. So you're going to go up, capital too. We must have
Capital letters, yeah.
So you go up and use your imagination, down and then across. A, then do a B, straight down, make the 2 loops. And what's going on is it gives you something to think about where you effectively do full range of motion.
You're incorporating all the movements.
All the planes of
Yeah.
motion, exactly. And you know how far you get. Let's say you get to letter D the first time. You get to D as in dog, and your ankle's tired or starting to hurt, giving you sharp pains. That's the
Right.
time to stop. And you do this 2 to 3 times per day throughout the day. Let's say in 3 days from now, instead of getting to the letter D, you're already up to the letter M. You know how much progress you've made.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a fantastic way to
It
keep track.
really is.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do the ABCs.
Take it all the way through the alphabet if you can.
Right, absolutely. You can do that with both legs.
It's going to help the swelling too.
Right.
Movement helps the swelling.
Yep.
Want the swelling to go up into the body.
Right.
So
As a matter of fact, while you're laying down with it elevated,
that's the best time
that's
to do
a
it.
good time to do it because
Yes,
you've
it
got the
is.
muscles pumping that fluid back to where it belongs, and you're getting some exercise. So the ABCs. Now, the next step, can you do strengthening exercises with it? Because once you get your ABCs down and you got full range of motion, it's pain-free on a sprained ankle, you go ahead and start strengthening it. Oftentimes with a TheraBand, the tube banding.
Yeah, some type of resistance.
Right, exactly.
And the TheraBand is more of a flat band.
Right, and you can
Yeah.
order that online.
This one actually comes in a loop.
Right, it's like this.
But-
The loop can work well for your ankles too. We'll show this as well. You want to show the loop, Bob?
Well, I can show the loop as far as just like dorsiflexion and
Yep,
plantar flexion.
yep.
So
This actually works a little better if you have shoes on, if you're able to put them on, depending on the fracture or the problem with your ankle.
yeah, this isn't working for me very well because I
No,
don't have shoes on, Brad.
Yeah, you would have to hold it.
But you can see, my shoes were a little rigid. I'm working on plantar flexion,
Yep.
and then I can work on dorsiflexion at the same time.
Okay, now I'm going to show how to do it if you have a band. These are very popular. You can buy these online very easily. And I'm going to push down. And this is the primary motion. Typically, I have people exercise as long as it's tolerated. All of these exercises should only be done if it's pain-free and or just slight pain, but no sharp pain. If you get sharp pain, you're just tearing tissue apart. You're taking a step backwards. So use good judgment. And I'm saying that particularly because I have a feeling this woman is a little more
Sure.
aggressive she's very active.
Sure.
And if you're up in a tree 20 feet, you've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
an
you got-
aggressive
You
personality.
got confidence.
Now, doing dorsiflexion, pulling the ankle up, is kind of hard to do without someone helping, unless you can take the band. You want to go over there
Sure.
and hold this, Bob? So Bob's just going to hold it. You can, if you're creative, you can put it around.
Like that.
There we go. And I'm going to pull up and go down. Pull up, and there we got some resistance. And the farther Bob goes away from my foot, the more resistance is offered. And I'm going to do 10, I'm going to snap you, Bob. I was going to let go. I do 10 to 15 reps. By the time you get to 10, you should feel tired or feel like it had enough. Then you're good. If it's too easy at 10, then you offer more resistance. I can show, this is a really critical motion, is eversion, going out, because most ankle sprains,
Especially with ankle sprains.
Right. Yeah, and with a fracture, it may not be, but it's still an important motion. And this you can usually do by yourself as long as your other foot is capable of holding it the way I have it here. And then we're going to work that way, work those perineal muscles and all the lateral strengthening stabilizers there. And we're going to do, again, 10 to 15 reps and do these 2 to 3 times per day.
Now that could have been done with the loop too.
Yeah, that is
So-
where the loop shines.
That's probably the best one
Yep.
for the loop.
And you could do both ankles at the same
Yep.
time.
If
Again,
they're both
following the
allowed.
rules. As long
Right.
as pain is not a part of the problem or being created. Now, doing the other direction where your ankle goes in, it's a tough one.
I mean, you could have a
by
loop, and
yourself.
I could hold on.
Yep.
You could loop it under a chair leg or
Yep.
table leg or
Anchor
something.
it that way, and then we're gonna go this direction.
I mean, you could keep a loop underneath the couch and just leave it there. and
Yeah,
come out.
yep. Get it set up and just leave it, and that's your exercise area for that exercise. Okay. Now, the next thing, this is really critical. The muscles in your knee and your hip. You can do exercises without irritating the ankle.
Right.
With
So
no weight bearing
these can
pain.
almost start it right away.
Right. Exactly. Good point. So, Bob, do you want to demonstrate?
What are we doing?
The reason I want you to do it because one bothers my back, and you're good at it.
Sure. Which one are we doing?
Let's start out with laying down. You can do this on your bed. Carpeted floor, firm floor works a little bit
Supine.
better. Straight leg raise.
Straight leg raise.
Yep.
Okay. I usually bring up the one leg as support. This is the one we're trying to strengthen.
Yep.
I just bring her straight up to usually about, what is that, 45 degrees?
Yeah, usually I say to my patients, in line
Yeah,
with the other
line
leg
with
is
the other
good.
one.
If you want to go higher, and I'm sure Kara or is it Kara, I'm not sure.
She could go, but
Yeah,
that's really
she
not as
could.
much strengthening. This is more strengthening. You
Right.
start getting above,
Yeah.
that way. So
If she wants to stretch her hamstrings, that's okay.
sure. And I mean, if she really needs a challenge, you can start putting some weight around.
Sure. Yep. If you can't get around the ankle comfortably up here,
Right.
yeah, you bet. Do that with both legs. And let's go to the next one, Bob. This is where I really need you. Lay on your side.
Sure.
We're going to do hip abduction.
Can I go this way?
Sure, I don't care. We'll look at your backside and see what kind of comments we get. Can you lift this leg up? So working that hip abductor muscle. This is incredibly critical for future walking. So if that muscle gets weak, you can walk with a Trendelenburg or one of these gaits where you walk like this.
Now you're keeping the toe straight forward.
Yep.
I'm not going like this.
Yeah, right there. It's really critical that to get that adductor muscle properly.
Gluteus medius and minimus, right?
There you
Brian?
go, Bob. Okay, now show them the other way, and I think she'll be able to do this.
This one?
Well, no,
Or supine? Or
nope. On your
prone.
side, you're gonna have to face the camera.
what are we doing
Bob.
now?
Hip abductor with the bottom leg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know,
I got my
you
mic
do this
here.
one by your own.
Yeah, I do this where I go like this.
Yeah. Much more aggressive, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And she may be able to do this because she's pretty active.
I have no weight on my ankle. The ankle, I've got my knee bent back, so
Yep.
there's no stress on the ankle.
So now this is a muscle getting really aggressively
Right.
strengthened. But this
I'm
one
getting
is
a little
too.
bit of that one
Yep,
too. So
exactly.
you're working both at the same
Right.
time. Yeah, that's one that is aggressive.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Now lay on your stomach. We got to finish up with prone hip extension, glute maximus.
So you can either do them like this,
Yep.
or you can also throw in a little bit like this to get more isolated on the glute max
Versus the hamstring.
versus hamstring and glute.
And it may depend on how your foot or ankle feels as well. And I obviously do both legs.
And then you can swim.
Yeah,
No,
alternate.
usually you do one at
Yeah.
a time. It's just a lot easier on your back. And,
Right. All right.
um,
So that combines everything into one video. I'm hoping that everything goes well. I have a feeling that she is going to just
I'm sure she's going to
absolutely
bounce back
bounce
fast.
back very
Yeah,
quickly.
Very athletic person. That usually is the case.
Right, exactly. And,
Oh.
with a doctor helping her out, just wonderful. So I hope this is of help. And
Good luck. Stay out of those trees. My God.
what are we going to do, Bob?
Yeah, what are we going to do? Thanks for watching.